Okay, we're live. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody is very well. My name is Megan Casey, and I'm here with Debbie Calladine, and together we run an international personal and professional development company. Okay, so we work with people who are ready to quite literally grow and evolve. That's why we called our company Growth and Evolvement Consulting. So we teach mindset, we teach sales skill set, we teach business growth, and really what it comes down to is your mental programming. So your life, business, career, everything is heavily influenced by the beliefs that you hold, and a lot of these are limiting. So we help our clients by introducing more expansive ideas. So ideas that can help them improve the quality of their life, relationships, health, business, everything. So if you're ready to improve your own life, whether it's in your business, career, any area, by improving your thinking quality, you are in the right place. And we have a great topic today, a very powerful topic, and a very underutilized concept that we're going to be talking about, and how you can start to harness the power of your imagination to produce what you want. Now, in order to start to do this, the first question is, what do you really want? So really thinking about, what do you want to see happen in your life? What do you want to see happen this year, 2025, and 2026? What would be ideal? So Debbie, what's your first thought on the power of imagination?
Yes, you said something very important there. It's so important to know what we want. The goal clarity is key. If you don't know what you want, how is the universe going to bring it to you? So we have been gifted a mind and an imagination to create what we want to create. As children, you'll be around children and they have a great imagination. They don't let anything hold them back. They dream big. They are in their imagination all day long. And then as we grow into adults, we kind of don't utilize the imagination as much. So there's an entire chapter on imagination in Think and Grow Rich, and it is powerful when we start to use it to get what we want. So I like to think of imagination as our number one business tool, because we have to see our business as we want it to be. We have to see our lives as we want it to be. Everything in our life, our health, our relationships, our business, our teams, our growth, our income, the lives we're impacting. So we often say, if we don't have it mentally, we don't have it. So you have to see it in your mind as you want it to be. And there's often, we think of it like we have to work harder, when, we actually have to use our imagination more. So, and part of that is visualization. And we talked this week on a few of our mastermind calls, the power of visualization. So having that mental movie of what you want to see in your life. So profound, 5 to 10 minutes a day. And we recommend doing it to a 5-minute song. There's some beautiful songs you can find on YouTube, and really step into that power. It's one of our 6 higher faculties. We've been gifted that. And so we need to start using it more. Megan, what else would you say about it? There's so much I can say about imagination, but I'll pass it back to you.
Yeah, and in some industries, we were talking about this earlier in our mastermind call, in some industries, the imagination is applied quite normally, I would say, like sports, for example, aviation, they do flight simulations, and it's considered part of the training. But what's interesting, and we see this when we work with people who were former athletes, visualization is not a foreign concept to them. But what's often very interesting is they think I hadn't thought about applying it to my business or to my new career goals or changing my career. So it can be used for anything, but it's just not always commonly practiced that people utilize their imagination to see what they want. Now, a lot of people use their imagination to think about what they don't want. And worst case scenario, we want to apply it to best case scenario in every area. So you want to really ask yourself, what are you using your imagination to produce? Are you even using it? Or is the outside world using it? So you want to think about, are you visualizing and putting yourself on the frequency of your goal achieved? And people don't get what they want, they get what they're a vibrational match for. So we want to start to hand over to the subconscious mind images of what you really want. And yeah, we recommend 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes a day. And I was saying earlier, I know everybody's busy, but everybody wastes at least 10 minutes a day doing things that they probably don't need to be doing. So you can repurpose 10 minutes of those to having a deliberate visualization practice, and you have to practice it.
Yeah.
we were talking earlier about the imagination. It's the development and use. You have to develop it, to practice seeing your life the way you want it to be. And for a lot of people, like they're not even sure how they want their life to be. So we got to practice that and then use it regularly to set your day, to set your intention. What else would you add to that, Debbie?
Love that. When I think back, I think like I'm in this house right now, and for a long time, all I would see is like a new home with like, it was black and gold and hardwood floor, and it had like high ceilings and big windows. And that's literally what I'm in. So I would see like, it doesn't have the pool yet, but that's in the next house maybe. But yes, so it's like seeing everything as you want it to be. And I had an experience in August as well, that prior to my son's wedding, that I kept seeing something happen, and it did happen. I won't go into specifics, but I had that mental movie for an entire month. And again, we often get caught up in the how. This is what I want, but we get caught up in the how. That you'll attract the how. You'll attract the people, the resources, the ideas, the circumstances, the situations, in order for you to attract that. So don't get caught up in the how. Just focus on what you want, blinders on, go into your imagination, start to visualize and see things as you want it to be, and trust the process, trust what you're attracting. And I've seen this numerous times in my life. If you're in sales, see people signing up with you, see your clients getting incredible results, see everything and everyone as you want it to be. It is powerful. And like you said earlier, Megan, athletes use this all the time. And I love Napoleon Hill's quote. It's one of my favorite quotes by Napoleon Hill. He says, the imagination is the most marvelous, most miraculous, most inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. And we've been gifted one. So really think about that. Like Megan said earlier, are you using your imagination to get what you want? Or are you living just in the 3D world? Your 5 senses are only designed to tell you where you are, not where you're going. The imagination tells you where you're going. And so I absolutely love talking about this, and it is underutilized. Even, as we're talking about it more this week, it's like, yeah, I could probably up my visualization again to a new level. And so we practice what we preach 100%. We don't talk about anything that Megan and I don't do, or what we haven't learned from or done in the past. So what else? How else can people step into their imagination, Megan?
Yeah, well, I would consider, like, do you have a visualization practice? And if you don't, the key is to start. I really started to dial up my visualization. I started with 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm going to practice for 5 minutes. And then I increased it, and I realized that, when I'm in it a bit longer, it gives me more chance to attract it. So one thing that I will say is a lot of people don't start something because they don't know if they're going to be good at it. You get good at visualizing and imagining by practicing it. So if you have a visualization practice, maybe you can dial it up, maybe you can add some new energy. And if you don't, I would really strongly consider starting one. Okay, 5-10 minutes just to begin. Get some nice music, like a classical piece of music that can help just push out your paradigm and just kind of put you in a good frame of mind. And music is one of the 10 stimuli of the mind. So music can just help you go to a place and realize that you're investing that time in expansion. So in your goal, expanding, improving your life, 10 minutes. I know everybody's busy. I know I can hear everyone be like, I'm so busy. Everybody has 10 minutes per day. Mm-hmm. So start with 10, and then you can visualize throughout the day. Like, you can have that idea. As you start to practice the image, it'll be on the screen of your mind regularly, and you can hold it there with your will. But the 10 minutes is just to start to practice. What would my life look like? Who would I celebrate with? What would it look like when I've achieved my goal? And you can do a couple of things. You can either be in the visualization as you yourself, like acting out the role of it, or you can watch the whole thing like as a third party. So you're basically watching yourself achieve your goal. So whatever way that works for you. But the key is, and you can see how you are, because we're talking a lot about evolving into the person who would naturally produce the goal. So what does that mean? And yeah, I would say that, so if you have a visualization practice, can you take it to the next level? And if you don't, can you start today and just watch You need to get your own evidence as well of this. Like, you just practice it and you'll see the power of harnessing the deeper part of the mind and handing over those images, because we're handing over images to the deep part of the mind, which is connected to universal intelligence. So probably worth considering. That's all I'll say.
The other thing, one of our clients mentioned this morning, a great idea is just to visualize how you want your day to go. You can start with that. So if you have things going on today, we all do. We have calls, we have meetings, we have whatever that is time with our children. See everything in your day going as you want it to be. So even just a 5-minute visualization, we did that this morning. I saw my day as I wanted it to be. And then throughout the day, start to really get into the feeling of that. What would that feel like? And Megan said, who is the version of you that's achieving that goal? What habits and beliefs needs to change for you to achieve that goal? So the imagination piece is huge. So start to see your day as you want it to go, and start to see if you're like Megan and I are hosting an event October 25th. We see that event going as we want it to go. How many people are in the room, clients that are really grateful to be there. And so, yeah, whatever that is for you, just think of something that you want in your life and start to create a mental movie of it. If it's a dream home, if it's a relationship, start to map it out and see it as you want it to be. There was something else I was going to say there. Oh, one of our clients shared on our call yesterday. What did she say? She goes, I'm not going to say her name, but she said it was something very simple. What did she say, Megan, that really resonated with everybody? I wrote it in my notes here. Oh yeah, she said, oh gosh, now I can't find it. Oh, we got nothing to lose by using it. We got nothing to lose. And it's free to do. So let's start using our imagination more. And what else, Megan?
Yeah, that's it. Start today, carve out the time, and, really consider that if it's very powerful to create a space to do it. Don't do it when you're doing 100 other things. Create a little bit of a space, a moment in time where you can actually harness the power of your own mind and apply it to something productive. And get into best case scenario. And you can also write it out. Write out best case scenario and start to visualize it. Write out what would be the best case scenario. I guarantee you everybody here is navigating something. So with that situation, circumstance, conditions, what will be the best case scenario, and really get yourself onto a solution frequency. So that's what I would say for today, and test it out. That's how we get experience and awareness, is you try it out, you do something about it. We don't want to just think about this as an idea, like a concept or theory. You want to apply it. The secret is in the application of it.
Yeah. Best case scenario. I love it. So yeah, try it out, test it out today, and give us some feedback. Reach out to Megan and I. We'd love to hear your story. Share with us in the comments where you started to use your imagination and you got what you wanted. And if you don't have a story, well, I'm sure you do. You all have a story. But yeah, if you're looking for help with your mindset, if you're looking for help with your sales team, they need a better attitude. Megan and I work with sales teams. We work with people to improve their mindset and their skill set. So if you're someone that's looking for some direction, some guidance, some support, we're here to help you. So reach out to us, and we'd love to schedule a call to help you. So have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.